Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing Resident Evil 7 for the PS4, but as played on the PS5. So I played this on my PS5. I'm going to go through the same 5 categories I always go over: graphics, performance, gameplay slash story, replayability, and then fun factor. Give them a score 1 to 10, average them up, and then that'll be my rating for the game. So we'll start with graphics. Well, what is Resident Evil 7? It's an action horror game, puzzles mixed in, adventure game. It's a horror game. I'm not a big fan of anything scary. Even movies, I can take or leave, but I can only watch like scary movies in small doses. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like to be scared for fun. So just get that out of the way. Uh, but I've heard some good things about Resident Evil. Happy Console Gamer just came out with a video talking about the top 10 Resident Evil games he's played, and it was just random that he had came out that video. I had just started Resident Evil 7. I wanted to play 8, and then my buddy told me 7 was like a prequel, or you might want to play 7 before 8. So this is my first Resident Evil experience. I started the remake of the first one on the PS4. I think it was free on Plus a few years back. But anyway, this is my first Resident Evil experience. Um, so we'll start with graphics. Graphics, I'm going to give it 10. Even now, this game, came out years back. I wish I had looked that up. But hey, Google, what year did Resident Evil 7 come out?
Resident Evil 7: Biohazard's initial release date is January 24th, 2017.
2017. So the game came out 5 years ago, right? And it looks phenomenal. I don't know if there's much going on in the way of like an upscale for the PS5 or if they did anything to it, but the game looks awesome. Uh, it just looks great. I mean, I give it a 10. Even by today's standards, it looks great. So, back in 2017, this must have been like top of the line. So 10 out of 10 for graphics. Performance, no issues. 10 out of 10. Perfect. You put it in and it works. No issues. It didn't crash on me. You would never know that it was a backwards compat game. It was perfect. 10 out of 10 performance. Gameplay slash story. So this game is terrifying. I've heard that playing this game in VR is like one of the scariest experiences you can have in a video game, and I believe it. It is so scary. I mean, I audibly screamed out loud multiple times. My wife came and watched me for a little bit and helped me solve a few of the puzzles. She loves like an escape room. She compared this to. But man, when you round a corner or open a door and there's somebody standing there, it is the scariest game ever that I've ever played. Like I said, I haven't played. I don't have a ton of experience. Probably the scariest game I've played before this would be Colot, and I couldn't get through it. I cannot believe I made it through this game. It was insanely scary. You'd have people like you'd look down a hallway. I'll put some screenshots up, and a little girl be walking across, or just be standing there. A flashback would happen right before your eyes. Terrifying game, but the gameplay was addicting. Your resource management was stressful but fun. A shotgun shell is valuable. You do not want to waste them. You want to be a good shot, get headshots. The gameplay was awesome. A cool loop. You're always trying to find like a key card to open a door or solve a puzzle, and you defeat this enemy. It's so cool. Like there was one puzzle that you had to find a certain time on a clock to open this and to open a secret passageway, and it's just the thought that went into the game uh, is remarkable. It's awesome. And then I get the story. So the story was good, right? Not a this what was there was good. I wish there would have been a little more. And like I said, I haven't played 1 through 6, so I may have been, missing out a little bit. But I know Umbrella Corp or Corporation or whatever it is. I saw that on the side of the helicopter that picked me up at the end. Uh, so uh, I think I should have played some others to get the full benefit of the story. And I wish I would have known more about Ethan and Maya's relationship, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad by any means. What was there was good. I wish there was a little more. That's it. About the family, how they got there, the reporters that went there initially, all that. I wish there was a tad bit more. So I docked at 1 point, gave it a 9 out of 10, but still incredible. replayability is going to be the lowest category in this for me. But not for the reasons you might think. It does. I think it has DLC. It may have multiple endings. It kind of seems like it might. I don't know everything about this game, uh, but it would be interesting to replay. You know, maybe one day. But the only reason I docked it some points, I gave it a 6. The only reason I did that is because you know, once you've solved the puzzles in a game like this, you kind of know the ropes. I don't know if there's huge branching story paths. It was good, you know. But I don't know if I'd play it the same way unless I was seeking a platinum, or play it again unless I was seeking a platinum or something along those lines. I saw there was DLC, and I got quite a few trophies going through. So but honestly, I would rather start on 8 right now than seek a platinum because I want more. I want more of the story. I want more of the gameplay. So I gave it a 6 out of 10, but that is by far going to be the lowest category. Not because it wasn't a fun game. If it had trophies to go through, like beat it, it opened a new difficulty when I beat the game. So, like, say, beat it under that difficulty or play it without using the shotgun or something like that. Um, I may go through it again. And a 6 is higher than, some games. If a game if I'm not going back to a game, I'll give it a real low replayability score. That's why I prefer things like strategy games where it's like endless replayability. But don't get me wrong, replayability is a 6, and that's high for me because I would probably go back and play this one day, but it would probably take me beating the other ones first. Anyway, moving on from there, let's go to fun factor. 10 out of 10. This game was fun. I had fun from the second it started to the end. Granted, I was terrified and I screamed out loud multiple times. Like, I'm talking about like scream, like deep scream. It was scary but fun. Normally, I don't enjoy being scared, and I clenched my teeth more than I'd like to admit on this review. But it is so much fun. I highly recommend it. So let's go over them again. We got graphics of 10, performance 10, gameplay slash story 9, replayability 6, and then fun factor 10. You average those up, you get a 9 out of 10. This was an awesome experience. Awesome. I loved it. It makes me want to go play the other ones. In fact, I bought the first one, the remake, on PS4, and it's cool because I think all the Resident Evils are playable on the PS4, so therefore playable on the PS5. I think you can go through the whole experience on PS4, which is so cool. And I seriously may consider doing that. I heard RE2 may be the best one out of them all. And if something's better than this game, I am looking forward to it. I have 8 for the PS5. Cannot wait to play that. Cannot wait. Um, and some notes I wrote about it. So, with multiple O's, scary. So, I just can't. I just can't reiterate that enough. The game is terrifying. If you like scary games, this is a must play. Awesome environments. Man, kind of goes back to the graphics and just the creativity. You go from house to, it's in the swamps. You go from like a mansion to a ship. No joke. You're all over the place. It's just so neat and thoughtful. The artists are just so talented. And I wrote just the right length. One thing, sometimes a game can overstay its welcome. This game did not. I loved it from the beginning to the end. There was no dry time. There was no boring things. The whole thing was action packed. It took me, I'll put a screenshot, I think 11 hours to beat. And I loved it. All 11 hours were great. Perfect length. Cool bosses. Man, they're scary. They're fun. They're challenging. Incredible. And then I wrote, good story, wanted more. Like I said, if it would have, this would have been a 10 out of 10 game if it would have had just a little more story in there for me. It would have been a 10. It is so close to a 10 out of 10. This is one of the best games I've played all year, and it's funny because it came out so long ago. But just so glad I played this game and found this series. Thank you, John, for recommending it. And anyway, go pick it up if you've never played it. You can start with 7, I guess I did, and it was an awesome experience. But anyway, that's all I got for now. See ya.